Hello everyone, I believe it's about time that I make a proper Sixbones guide. So that's what I, of course, intending on doing here. So for Sixbones' first ability, I should mention, of course, I'm fully upgraded, you have a blaster. You blast. For Sixbones' second ability, you have a Bone Zone. If you go to this red square area, none of them will actually hit you and you're completely safe. For the third button, you have a bunch of Bone Zones that appear, and for the fourth, your most reliable attack, you shoot a bunch of quick bones in a line. Typically you're going to be using your 1 to attack people, 2 to defend, or to kind of block people off. Bone zones are kind of don't do much, and the blaster is a blaster. Now periodically you will change into amalgamates. They're actually at certain seconds, 150 and 120, if you have full upgrades, 90 as well, right? Yeah. So, for the first attack here, you shoot a bunch of butterflies. It has a fairly hefty cooldown, and they don't do too much damage unless you land a bunch of them. Fairly easy to avoid. Every man is rather simplistic. Look at this, you can dance with them. Okay, next up, we have Lemon Bread. So Lemon Bread's first move. This is very easy to be mistaken as not deadly. This is incredibly deadly if it lands its shots. Okay, and the second one's a bunch of teeth, I believe. Yeah, teeth. They come from both sides periodically, sometimes several at once, and can easily overwhelm foes as they do about 20 to 30 damage. The first one, by the way, you don't aim that eye thing. It actually aims itself. It targets nearby enemies. Now, for Dogme's second move, they have a dog that just kind of shoots stuff. For their first move, they just send a dog that kind of moves on its own. A Dogme, like every man's pretty simple. But they can dance. I mean, look at this. Look at this dance. Now for every man's first attack, you got a blaster. This one goes closer to the ground and fires a bunch of bones. For every man's second move, you got a superior bone swarm. Again, stay in the center and you're safe. For the third, bunch of bone zones all over the map, and they keep happening for a little bit. For the fourth, you know that bone wave? Well, they're huge, and they deal about 11 each now. Now that I've shown you all the attacks, let's get to winning. And just like that, that's Sixbones match. Depending on when I upload this, might be a little late, but hey, now you all know what Sixbones is. But there's probably one thing you're unclear on. Okay, and that's the upgrades. So for the first upgrade, you were granted 25 stamina at the start and 250 extra health, I believe. For the third upgrade, at 90 seconds you get to play as Endogamy, rather than playing as this last phase for Sixbones. But the second upgrade, something a lot of people don't know. Did it work? Did it work? What it does is it gives you a 20% dodge chance in the final phase, you just don't take damage. Now, how should one fight Sixbones? Well, it's technically possible to kill them right in this beginning phase, although fairly difficult, and I don't actually recommend attempting it. The reason I don't recommend attempting it is that if you fail, you still have all that damage that you took. So unless you're running Golden Pan or Kindness, no, actually just Golden Pan. If you have Kindness, you're going to want to save those heals for later. So basically, just kind of stand around for most of the fight and evade any attacks that might come for you. So let's wait until the alternate phases begin, because this is actually relatively simple. You just kind of run away from Sixbones. Everyman. So, their most dangerous attack they have to really worry about is the butterflies. Here's the thing. When you click with the Everyman thing, it will go in a set direction for the whole duration, so that's not a concern. These heads, however, while they are very difficult to land, they are a little unpredictable to avoid. When you click on them as Everyman, they'll just head to a set spot, and it'll be actually moving up and down, kinda wacky, but they still go to the set spot. Now, for Lemon Bread here, you have to avoid those teeth. The teeth, yeah. You have to avoid the teeth. If you don't, you are going to take hit after hit of incredible damage. And don't discount those eye beams. Those can and will hurt you. Now, if we had endogamy here, it would basically be the same as Everyman, so don't worry. Now, in this phase, avoid hits. Avoid every single hit you can take. Maximize your regeneration from kindness. Utilize everything you can. If you can somehow deal enough damage to Sixbones, go ahead and try. But be prepared to focus on survival. Survival is most important. You see that dash I did there? When you're in the air, you can still dash and stay in the air for the whole dash. Using that tactic, you can avoid a number of bones. Now, it's easiest to beat Sixbones in this phase if you have allies with you. In a 1v1, things can be rather risky, and the damage will stack up. In this case, the Sixbones seems to have run out of stamina, so I managed to prevail. And hopefully that informs everyone watching on how to play as Sixbones, and also how to play against Sixbones. I hope you all enjoyed, I hope you found this all informative, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.